This is the foundation of business excellence. So, njengoba sonke sisemabhizinisi and all of us we are doing business. Okay, I think this course is gonna be good for everyone. Okay. So after this course, you you have to be able to identify that it's a given by people for performance issues, explain the 4 laws of business improvement, and I think just to empower you, we list the 4 stages of structural business empowerment. Those are the learning outcomes of this eventually of this course. I'm just gonna put you through the course and you can learn by yourself. It's an online course anyway, guys. It's an online course, guys. Just empower yourself. 9 module 1, foundation of business excellence, inama learning outcomes that you need to work go through now or understand. We talk about what to put the course when you're done studying this course. What are the learning outcomes? Yini okumele ukuthi so yes, what is it that you're gonna be aware of after finishing this course? 4 laws of business improvement. 4 laws of business improvement. The core principle of business improvement. Let's listen to the video, guys. Let's listen to the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Making a Start with Business Improvement. I'm Ross Maynard and I'm your tutor for this course. Making a start with business improvement in your organization can be daunting. There are many methodologies out there and a confusing array of terms. It's difficult to know where to start and easy to get tied up in knots. But improvement does not need to be complicated. There are core principles that can guide you on your improvement journey and help you get started. In this course, I'm going to present a simple structure to help you get started with business improvement in your organization and outline a few simple problem-solving tools that I use most often. Essentially, successfully making improvement in your organization starts with 4 simple rules. We'll come to those rules presently. First, let's look at the agenda for this course. Making a Start with Business Improvement Agenda. This course is aimed mainly at small and medium-sized enterprises, but the principles in it can be applied in any organization, and the problem-solving tools covered work everywhere. In Lesson 1, we review the reasons people give for performance problems and discover the 4 laws of improvement. In Lesson 2, we introduce a 4-stage structure for business improvement, covering Stage 1. Stages 2 and 3 of the structure for business improvement are covered in Lesson 3, with Stage 4 covered in Lesson 4. Lesson 5 examines the 4 most useful problem-solving tools, and Lesson 6 looks at KPIs of process performance and how we quantify the benefits of improvement. Finally, we close the course in Lesson 7 with the key learning points. I hope you enjoy the course. Let's get started. Lesson 1, the 4 laws of business improvement. Reasons for performance problems. I wonder if you've noticed that whenever there's a problem in your organization, particularly in terms of its operation, people tend to reach for the same old reasons. These are more excuses than reasons in my view. Let's look at them here. The reasons that are often given for work problems or errors are as follows. They need more training. The people working in the process are often blamed for the problems that arise. And it may be true, often inadequate training has been provided. But this excuse also suggests that working procedures are not intuitive or clearly defined, or simply haven't been updated for years. They need more supervision. Again, we're blaming the people working the process with this excuse. But more supervision is unlikely to be the answer. Adding checks will just make the process more inefficient. It doesn't address the root cause of why the problems arise and what changes might remove them. They need to pay more attention. This is another example of blaming the people working in the process for the errors that arise. Unfortunately, telling people to pay more attention only works for a limited period and is not a real solution. That the process needs closer attention suggests that the procedures are not intuitive or straightforward, and thus should be improved. They don't think it's important. It's true that activities which don't seem directly important to the work being done can get devalued. This is a problem of communication. The solution is to explain the importance of those activities and, crucially, make them very simple to perform. They don't have the right mindset. It's insulting to the people working in operational areas to suggest that they are somehow incapable of doing a good job or too stupid. Most people want to come to work to do a good job. It's an inadequate working environment or an unpleasant culture that switches people off. People shouldn't need a degree in rocket science to be able to perform their part in a work process. The actions needed should be clear and simple to follow, and communication in the workplace should be open and supportive. All of these reasons are just excuses. They're an attempt to point the blame elsewhere. It's tantamount to saying, there's nothing wrong with our processes, it's those idiot workers that are incapable of understanding them. That is unfair and completely the wrong attitude to be starting the journey into business improvement. A new approach is needed, a fresh attitude. In fact, in most cases, performance problems are caused by a faulty process, not by inadequate individuals. Where individuals do cause problems, it's probably because the process is overly complex or poorly designed. Let's start our journey to business improvement with the 4 simple rules that will guide us on our way. The 4 laws of business improvement. The 4 laws of business improvement are not laws as such, like the laws of physics. I'm calling them laws to highlight their significance. They're more like principles that set the scene for our business improvement work. The 4 laws of business improvement frame how we should proceed on our improvement journey. They are: every business process needs a clear purpose. 2, the people in the process are best placed to understand its problems and constraints and improve it. 3, many small changes in a process add up to large improvements. 4, the effect of blame is to push information about mistakes underground. Let's look at each of the 4 laws of business improvement in turn. Law 1. Every business process needs a clear purpose. Every process has customers, either internal customers or external ones. Those customers are the people who buy or use the outputs of the process. The trouble is that we often don't really think about the customers of our process or what they actually want from it. Instead, we work the way we've always worked. We carry out our daily, weekly, and monthly tasks much the same way as we were taught them when we learned the process. We don't think why. We just do the same as we've always done. But technology has changed, and the needs of the customers may have changed. The result is that business processes become more inefficient and complicated over time. As we'll see when we come to the structure for business improvement, it's important to identify the customers of our process and to define what they want from it. Every business process needs a clear purpose so that we can plan the most efficient way to deliver that purpose. The customer defines the purpose of your processes, and anything that doesn't benefit the customer should be eliminated. Business improvement, therefore, is about understanding the customer's true requirement in terms of the outcomes they want from your organization. What do they want in terms of service levels, quality, price, and delivery? Together, these things make up what we call customer value. Then we seek to maximize that value to the customer by structuring the organization around delivering value to the customer and optimizing work processes to deliver what the customer wants efficiently. In a nutshell, the key to business improvement is understanding who the customers of a process are, what they want, and therefore, what the purpose of that process should be. Law 2. The people in the process are best placed to understand its problems and constraints and improve it. The second law of improvement is that the people in the process are best placed to improve it. Your people know your processes better than anyone. In particular, they know the barriers, constraints, and problems in those processes. Given the time to work together, using simple methods, your people can implement significant improvements that add up at the top level. What's more, engaging your people will fire up their enthusiasm and boost morale, as well as build teamwork and communication. Engaging your people in improvement is the most important thing you can do to achieve significant business improvements. And we'll spend some time on how to do this later in the course. At the same time, using your own people for improvement is much more cost-effective than using consultants. All it takes is regular time devoted to improvement, perhaps half a day per week. However, management must provide the support needed to remove obstacles and facilitate change. Without management support and encouragement, the enthusiasm for improvement will soon wane. Law 3. Many small changes in a process add up to large improvements. The second law of business improvement that I've just covered brings the third law into focus. Making a start with business improvement is not about million-dollar projects to implement massive changes in the organization. Such projects often go over budget and rarely deliver the promised results, particularly if they haven't changed the working culture of the organization. So, the third law of business improvement is that many small changes in a process add up to large improvements, and your people working together can deliver many small improvements. This is called the doctrine of marginal gains, and the idea is that if we improve each step in a process by 1%, we'll get major gains at the top level. And that's where getting the people who work in the process involved in improvement becomes important. The small improvements to working procedures that the people in the process make soon add up to significant gains for the whole process. Even better, if we can eliminate unnecessary steps, combine other steps, and simplify steps, we can get major efficiency gains right across the process. As I've said, the best way to deliver many small improvements is to harness the energy of those working in the process. This is a great way to get started with process improvement. Get your people involved and enthused, using simple tools to improve their own work processes with a clear understanding of the purpose of the process and the outputs that customers want. Law 4. The effect of blame is to push information about mistakes underground. The fourth law of business improvement is, in effect, the opposite of the second and third laws. The fourth law of business improvement is that the effect of blame is to push mistakes underground. Blame means criticizing or punishing people for mistakes or not meeting targets. The fact is that most problems and errors are caused by issues with the process itself, rather than by the individuals working in it. So blaming the individuals delivers no improvement in process performance and simply demotivates the people working in it. In most cases, process problems are the symptom of an unstable process, not the result of poor individual performance. Instead of trying to find someone responsible for a problem, ask the question, what is it about the process that causes this mistake or performance issue to arise? Blaming people closes down communication and discourages participation. Unless we encourage the open discussion of mistakes without blame, we will never be able to learn from them and improve. I find this quote from Matthew Syed, author of Black Box Thinking, published in 2015, nails the issue. Blame is pervasive in the modern political, cultural, and corporate world. And what the effect of blame is to push all of the information about mistakes deep underground. Unless we're prepared to have open and honest cultures where people are not blamed for honest mistakes, that information will never be surfaced, enabling learning to take place. With the 4 laws of business improvement in our minds, we can now move on to the structure for improvement. End of lesson 1.
Yeah, guys, this was the end of lesson one. If you like the content, subscribe, watch, request it. You can DM me and request more of this information. I'll post it via YouTube if you want more of this information. It's gonna help you guys when you do your businesses. I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe, watch, share, invite more people to watch, especially those in business. I'm still gonna give you more videos, guys. More videos that are business related so that you can equip yourself. Bye. Watch and subscribe. Thank you.